try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat gon' have no time for cold cuts. The game like big fish came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold a million records yet. Used to be on my checklist, big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind.
Tonight,
the calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
He's got it complete to Clark. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
The numbers for James from last week: 13 carries, 54 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. James has got it, complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The numbers for him from a week ago: 22 carries, 122 yardage-wise, and a score as well.
And he has 12 touchdowns on the ground this season, so you know he's a big part of their offense. They count on it, not only to score the touchdowns, but now they can play action, fake it to him, throw it out to the wide receivers, get it to other players who can also produce.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. The Cowboys at 9-2 to start play. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going right side, he has Witten. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it, because 4 for 4 already, I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one, because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The open man is Clark, complete. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Able to slither by. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll be brought down at the 27. 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And on the left side, he's 3rd and 3 here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
2nd and 3. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and through. And that'll make the score 14-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a
And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. James. And despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. Now Manning. Over the middle, complete. That's Clark. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Here's Rigoberto Sanchez on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll set up a throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown! A great play there. 27 yards. And the Cowboys have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Throwing on 1st down is Manning. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Throw left side complete. That's James. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught inside the 5. So we have halftime over. No problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 95 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Julian Blackmon bringing him down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. It's a big play there on 4th and inches, and it'll move the chains. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it is 28-0. So that one a 13. Down. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the 2nd half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
Well, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They run it with James. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On the ground, it's James. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great effort there.
With now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Colts are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And it's now a 28-7 ball game.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. On the move past the 40. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them.
And touchdown, Cowboys! From 19 yards away. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Indy set to go on offense once more. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Manning. He finds his man complete. It's James. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Manning. On the slant, he gets it to Clark. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Manning. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Now Manning, gotta have this one. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Cowboys are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. 135 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him the first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. Back to throw again. He's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Coltsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Throwing left side, he's got Clark complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. One final try now from Manning. One last shot at the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So this one will end in a